Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Mark here with the Better Mark, and let's break down the Tuesday, March 26th, the NBA games going down in the association. It's a small one. We got a 4-game slate. Got my voice back. We are up and firing on all cylinders. So without further ado, let's get into the games this evening, okay? But first, make sure you subscribe down below. Smash that like button as well if you have not yet done so. All you have to do is subscribe. It's totally free. It gets you involved. And turn on a notification bell as well. Every single day when we post a video, you will get notified, and I will give you guys my picks every single day, okay? But this is where we're going to get into these 4 games, all right? And something where we were up late last watching some NBA, some big games, but nothing really flashy. And today we have some primetime, matchups, but the injury concerns this time of year, rest is an advantage where we look into some of these contests and what players are actually going to suit up. That happens to be, unfortunately, with the NBA, all too common trend where we have to do a lot of our handicapping based around rest. And that's one of my disdains about the NBA, is just it's too close to tip off before we have to make these decisions, and the numbers can move ever so much as well. Okay, but let's get down into it. First game on the docket is the Golden State Warriors Miami Heat. This is one where we're going to take a dive into the odds jam. If you're looking for a way to take your sports betting to the next level, make sure you click my link down below. Get signed up for odds jam, 35% off your first month or annual plan. Promo code is TBM. Do your research, and by all means, if you want to add another tool to your sports betting, go check out what odds jam has to offer using my link down below. Okay, but this is where Golden State and Miami, this is the contest where we're going to look into the prop market for my first official play. But Miami has been really struggling with some injuries. Their injury report, we see Caleb Martin's questionable, Duncan Robinson's been out, Kevin Love's questionable, Jaquez is questionable, and Harrell's been out as well with Josh Richardson. So, it's hard to handicap the Heat. You kind of have to just sometimes roll the dice and trust them in these spots. But when we look at this game, you can see Golden State is kind of a, in one day, out the other. Okay, you can see this with their last 5 contests. Golden State takes Minnesota to the wire, losing to Indiana, blowing out Memphis, and losing to the Knicks. It's just something where I can't really figure them out. Legitimately a coin flip every single time out. Miami, on the other hand, with what we see with Spoelstra, he gets the job done. It doesn't matter who they suit up. Very similar teams. The Heat, great coaching within, like I said, Eric Spoelstra, and the Warriors, conversely, Steve Kerr is another hot commodity out west. But this is going to be an interesting game. This is a no play on the side or the total, simply due to the fact that you just really don't know what you're going to get from both of these teams. Will this be a Golden State, onslaught with 3-pointers? Is this going to be a dud where Miami rolls at home? Time will tell. Okay, but we're going to go into the prop market. This is one where I see some value taking the under 13.5 within Patty Mills, points, rebounds, and assists. You look at some of the last contests. Patty Mills, if he shoots 10 plus times, seems to be getting it done from a point perspective. But the trend I'm seeing is that was only against the Cavaliers. Against all other teams, I think in the last 10 games, keeping the points, rebounds, and assists way under that 13.5 mark. So we're going to let this one ride. That'll be my first official play, dabbling into the prop market. Okay. Next, we're going to get into that Los Angeles Lakers Milwaukee Bucks game, and this will be my second official play. It's simply a play on the Milwaukee Bucks. I know there's probably value in taking a lot of points, but I love taking this sometimes earlier than later because then you can see the line move during the day, and during that intraday, you can really get a feel on who's going to suit up. But this is one where we're going to fade the likes of LeBron James and or Anthony Davis not playing. Okay, so this is where we've seen the Milwaukee Bucks kind of take a different approach, winning 4 out of their last 5 games. And what's important within that is that they've covered 4 out of their last 5. So we're going to be taking the Milwaukee Bucks, going back to the well, hoping for the fact that the Lakers, a horrible road team against the spread. We look at the numbers behind them even further. If LeBron can't suit up, this is something where this could be a potentially blowout scenario, especially with, I don't want to say personal, but it seems to be within the Milwaukee Bucks when they do have these spots where they can really just pour it on you. It's a different kind of mindset that they have against other teams. So this could be a tone setter within this rematch between the Lakers and the Bucks. Okay. But knowing that, LeBron will probably suit up, and we'll have to revisit that. But as of now, I think this is where you can look at Milwaukee trying to continue this run where they're really letting teams out west know that they mean business, especially with Doc Rivers into the fold. And we can see this basically, in my opinion, becoming possibly blowout potential if LeBron is not going to play. So that's what we got going on for my second official play. I do think Giannis and Middleton both suit up, so that's also going to play a role. Third, we're going to get into the likes of Oklahoma City Thunder, New Orleans Pelicans. This is a very, very fascinating matchup, kind of a show of what's to come within the Western Conference. I think within the playoffs, both of these teams kind of going in a different direction. Oklahoma City is 1-4 against a spread last 5, and the Pelicans are 3-2 against a spread. Pelicans have been a good cover team for me. I'm not gonna lie, and this is kind of a fishy line when we see Thunder are laying 2 points on the road. Not in the business of laying too many points as a road favorite, but when we look at this contest, it kind of makes me wonder because New Orleans really hasn't played any teams in their last 5 games. So I definitely see this trend. Okay, we know that what's going on with New Orleans and at home, they're kind of a different team as well. But against the spread, you have to understand that we are not going to get Brandon Ingram in this game. And these teams are both basically coin flips, right? They basically are the same exact team. 40-29-1, 40-30-1 against the spread, respectively, for the Thunder and the Pels. So this is one where betting splits wise, the way the money flows, I could see some value taking the home team with the points. But I just think this is a fishy line, so I'm going to stay away in this coin flip. Not sure exactly what we're rooting for here, but in the grand scheme of things, I do think the Pelicans get the job done at home. I'm just not willing to take that small number in this contest. So no play for me in this game, but I would lean towards taking the Pelicans with the points at home. Okay, next, this will be the final game on the card. Wrap up this 4-game slate. We're going to look at Dallas Mavericks and the Sacramento Kings. This is where we see the under slip a little bit down from 227 to 236. And this is one where we have a little bit of overtime potential, which makes you feel comfortable within this handicap. Whenever we have these basically pick 'em games, that does open the door for a little fourth quarter overtime action. But nonetheless, we are going to lay the over in this contest. We're going to be taking the over. You can find 236s out there. Great. I got a 236.5, so that's what I'm going to play. And we look at these two teams historically with in the over-unders. They're about 500. Vegas has both of these ball clubs figured out. 500 against the spread, 500 with the total. With the exception of Dallas Mavericks, they are a little bit more of a cover team, 39-31 against the spread. But pretty much these are just right down the middle. So yes, this possibly is a coin flip. But what we look at within Sacramento and Dallas, both on a back-to-back, then Dallas has to continue their road trip, and Sacramento coming upon a very slow down pace against Philadelphia. Whether that carries in tonight, I don't know, but this has a little bit more of a primetime feel to it. Luke is going to be ready to go. I think we see a dominant effort from the Kings. I think we get a little more of a tempo game, and this is one where I look for both of these teams to potentially score in the 120s. So I find some value within taking the over 236 in this contest. Lock it in. I actually have the 236.5 full transparency. So those are my 3 official plays. I'll put it up there on the screen for you guys, for those of you that like seeing at the end of the video. Appreciate you guys all rock with me. The voice is coming back. I promise we're almost there. But thanks for subscribing down below. Make sure you guys all do that on your way out if you have not yet subscribed to The Better Mark. Also, give me a follow on X, and do not forget to check out OddsJam, our channel sponsor, at the end of this video. Link down below in the description. Have a good day, everyone, and let's go cash some tickets. Cheers.